Hello there, my name is Rachel Luck to talk about animation, and today we talk about a new anime series from Netflix called Skull Island. Now, to be honest with you, it's a show the less you know, the better the show really is. It's one of those show anything explanation they can actually ruin the surprise. But to be fair, one major spoiler was revealed in the trailer, so I'm kind of allowed to talk about that. Try not to go that in depth because I want you to see it. But I must warn you two things before you click this off. One of them is the fact Kong is not really there most of the series. He's sort of the C type of kind of storyline that he was focused to the very end because he was not the focused character. In fact, the three most focused characters is actually Charlie, Jackson, and Anne. And all three of them are actually very likable, except for Anne, that she is sort of the Tarzan slash Goku type of character that she basically lived in the jungle so much that she doesn't know how to talk to people or understand sort of what is sort of kind of correct to do with people, how to apply or ask or understand pop culture or anything. That itself it could be very interesting as a character, but the only problem is she was sort of the most annoying character of the whole series. Everybody was charming except for Anne. You think this would drag the whole series? Yes and no. The first couple episodes, they knew this and decided to not really show her that much, only with it's necessary to help to push the plot in. But they sort of figured out how to make her likable, make her sort of be more human, that savage, that she sort of aware that she's not picking up things like other people, like conversation, or they're giving sort of bad vibes, like, yeah, you're saying something that is sort of offensive to me. Yeah, I don't mean that sort of awokeness. I mean, they said someone died and she just laughs, and everybody looks at her like, what? I mean, but not like a very sarcastic way, that she doesn't get it kind of way, that she doesn't care to save you because she saved someone and the other person needs saving, she will ignore it and walk away. And that can easily piss you off because that person is a good person. And that's the thing, that you don't understand why she's doing this to the very end. But the only problem is the execution kind of ruins it a little bit because the last conversation she has is with her. This is sort of a spoiler, but not really. The trailer revealed it. Is the woman who is hunting her? That's her mom. They have this very strong conversation that she feel guilty could not save her and pick her up what the item she was left on. But the only problem is all the situation they put themselves into is sort of Anne's fault and her dog. That could be her, just say little brother in a way, because it doesn't treat her as a dog. That's his name because she's not very creative because she has sort of a mentality, all the social, what's the word? Properness of a 4-year-old, that she doesn't know what is the right thing, the wrong thing. The only thing she knows, she can stab, it's your fault, but at the very end, it's her fault because she's the one who stabbed first. That's the reason why I mean Anne could be the most unlikable character, but at the end I feel they sort of stick the landing, but leave that sort of kind of bad aftertaste that you're not sure you really like her. But besides that, the rest of the cast, they're just so charming that, let's face it, Jackson is probably the most likable character because he has sort of, I really love my life. I like this sort of adventure. Even that he's sort of yet to become adult. He's like 18. He's ready to take his father's job, ready to own this adventure like his old man. But his best friend, Charlie, is the opposite. That he doesn't want the adventure. He sort of wants the normal life. But I like they sort of bromance both of them really have. Like they are really great friends. You could say they're the level of a marriage sort of relationship, that they know what the other thinking, what the other person's saying. It just if he's upset, he knows, or he's happy, but he's not sure the other person knows. Even the arguments, it's just sort of kind of warmth, kind of funny, that they call it their best sit conversations, and that sort of self-awareness makes this two guys just so enjoyable. But at the same time, you can really add sort of a gay relationship or the best of both relationship. You either or, you're not wrong. In fact, the show never clarified one of them are gay or not. You just can interpret that. But at the very end, that is a relationship, gay or straight. We all trying to find that sort of bromance or sister relationship. Everyone wants that level. That's what it feels. That sort of comforting broness that you scared the other bro will actually die or not. Especially if you're betrayed of the other bro what he did. I'm being vague here because I want you to see it because it's that good. Except for Anne, I mean, if you get past the things she does, the show's still be good. Even she sort of get redeemed, she's still good. But I found it fascinating that all the other versions of Kong or Skull Island never be as creative of this anime series. Some of you say I'm wrong, like the last live action Skull Island movie, not the reboot, the Monsterverse version. That could be the most funnest, creative, and most interesting of all Kong basically material networks. Because let's face it, Kong itself is an interesting character, but no one really knows what to do with him. Not even Skull Island, they sort of struggle to do something unique and fun. Even that is, you have everything handed to you. They always choose the wrong director or the right creative team to use it because you see it. You see the material that they don't have a creative idea because it's almost like a sci-fi sort of supernatural kind of world with Kong and Skull Island. They never really fully adapt or understand what they have in their hands. This is one of the few ones they fully realize it. They realize everything can actually kill you. There is no limit of your imagination what can kill you. You can't even sit down and you think, it's a tree. No, it's a bunch of birds or a bunch of scorpions look like a tree, but also they are trees. And that's the creative. They blend a lot of different creatures and plants, rocks with crabs. Like there is a crab creature, you think it's a rock, but it can confuse you and brainwash you to get closer. He can actually eat you. That is creative. That's why I love this series because it's just so creative and charming, especially the main leads. God, I hope they get a season 2 because I want to see what happened else, especially Kong. He's also sort of interesting. He also dealt with, he's sort of lost as a friend, but you've seen the whole series. It's not really a spoiler. Usually Kong has someone with him, a human white woman who is blonde. They decided to make her sort of Latino with a ginger look because let's face it, they usually use blondes for that type of character, specifically white blondes, and they decided they go something different, especially you go any direction, and I love that. This whole series is almost like, we got it, we got you, we understand you. This is the creative level we can actually deliver, and they did. Of course, the nitpicks you really know that maybe Kong is not as used, but at the same time, they know how to use them the right way. And Annie, the annoying but almost likable character, but sort of fix it. I just didn't like how she ended up with her mother, blaming everything on her mother, but at the very end, part of it is her fault, and that sort of pissed me off a little bit because it's her dog who attacked first, and have this whole messed up situation of her, well, not her dog, but she never understood, like, the people who attempting to save you, even they have guns, you never realize they're the heroes. Like, she never understood that. That kind of pissed me off because she keep blaming her mother, that you could tell her mother is basically torture herself to find her. Even that is definitely just kind of messed up, but at the same time, they sort of kind of realize it is sort of messed up what she's actually blaming her, that she has no control. That sort of bothers me, but yet they sort of still deliver the charming of, and even I completely disagree. In fact, if you've seen the series, do you actually like Anne or hate her, or you feel she's sort of kind of justified or not because she really bothers me, but she doesn't ruin the series. I'm just saying. Especially, I love the creativity of this new animation of Skull Island. Like, you have flying uh whales. I mean, sort of flying whales. You see it, you get it. What they're trying to do. That sort of we're trying to basically surprise you, to trick you. You think you go in one direction, but we go in the other. But done so well. I just enjoy this. Of course, hopefully they do get a season 2. Now, I got nothing else to say, just one question. How you felt about this series? Do you hate it? Do you like it? Tell me down below. Let me know. Hopefully I do make sense because sometimes I sort of stutter in reading my conversation. But besides that, tell me down below how you felt. I got nothing else to say, just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.